And I tell them that. I set those expectations and say, hey, I'm here for you. Like, don't feel like you're inconveniencing me.
Right.
I work for you. I want to be here. If you have any questions about any of this process, text me, call me, email me, let me know. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Ryan, when you came to us, you were down in Philadelphia, and you were seeking an opportunity in this industry. But what was it that maybe you weren't finding in your early part in your career or whatever, and then what drew you into this industry?
So it was definitely based around the idea of having clients that were long-term relationships. So I did in Philly, consulting type work for businesses, some very large, enterprise-sized businesses, some small businesses, but it was more of a few months or maybe a year at the most relationship, right? We do some work for them, give them some advice on what they're doing well in their business, what they're doing, not so well they can improve on, and it was kind of on to the next one. So financial advising, this industry and Stonehouse in general, more specifically, is we have clients for long term. We want to have clients for decades, ideally. It's not just come over, we'll manage your money for a couple of years. If you like it, that's great. If not, see you later. You said when I came on, yourself and John and Scott, you said you knew most of your clients, like actually knew them
Right.
from the community. You were friendly with them. You knew their families. So, moving back to this area, I definitely wanted more of that kind of community and family type office feel. It's Philly was great. It's a lot of fun there, but it's a big pond, and it's a lot of like I said, just kind of volume. You have some clients, they move in and out. You don't really get to know any of them, and it doesn't feel like you're actually making big changes and big improvements on lives of those companies and that specifically, but back here, actually those families, right? It's people retiring together. Them, they live down the street type deal.
Yeah, I would. I'd also add to that I always say that it's really hard in our area to you got to do a good job for clients.
Yeah.
You get the best job that you can, right? You can't always control the outcome, but we're all about probability. But you need to be prideful in what you do, because in our area, you literally go to the grocery store and you bump into 5 clients on the way.
Yep.
And you want to feel, I don't want to duck down an aisle and say, oh no, here's so-and-so, I didn't do a good job for them. And so it kind of keeps your toes to the fire. That's probably not the right phrase.
I think you combined 2 different ones, but it's definitely, I like that feeling too, right? That's not something I don't think that you guys shy away from or that I shy away from. It's, we want to be that person, working for our clients that they know they can turn to if something comes up that is unexpected in their life, whether it's financial or not. A lot of things come back to finances, in life when things pop up unexpectedly. But, I thrive on that. I like being that person that they turn to. I like helping them out. It's rewarding work.
Yeah. And so Northeast PA is your home, right? For better or worse, we love it and hate it at the same time. It's not always like it is on the office, but it is fun. And I think most of us in our office are born and bred from Northeast PA. We have a couple folks working in different areas, but is that what was attractive to you as well? You wanted to come back from Philly, come back up here?
Yeah, that was always the plan. Wasn't in a huge rush, right out of school in my early 20s, but as I got, older and older, I definitely wanted to get back here. Almost all my family's in the area still, so it's nice seeing everyone, aunts, uncles, cousins, everything like that. So the smaller kind of family office type feel is what attracted me specifically to Stonehouse, right? There's other financial firms in the area that are bigger, but I definitely wanted a place where, my ideas and my input was valued more, right? It's not kind of like give an idea up to the boss, they'll kick it up to 10 different bosses, and maybe you hear back, maybe you don't,
Right.
If I have an idea for something that could help clients, I'll literally text you.
Right.
Within 5 minutes. You're kind of saying, all right, that's a good idea. Let me talk about it more. Let me think about it a little bit. Yeah. But that's being a smaller office that kind of we control our own destiny, I think is a huge value for clients as well. They have direct access to us just as I have, access to you guys and our other partners and other advisors. It's easy to communicate.
I love it. You're singing praises. It's hard for me not to say awesome. But I will say, it's a lot about culture at Stonehouse. We kind of preach that, not just to our advisors, right, to our team, but also to our clients. Mm-hmm. And I would say that Stonehouse is what it is today because we listen. Mm-hmm. We listen to the clients, but we also listen to the advisors. So, and I'm an advisor right alongside you. And I think it's important for us to say, hey, our clients are looking for this additional thing or a little bit different flavor of this. Yeah. And then we work collectively to put that together and try to keep bringing them, their life changes, our business changes, and what we can do for them should change with that. So that's music to my ears. But let me ask you this, because I know, with your depth in this career already, you've experienced some things that have caught you by surprise. Some things in maybe the industry that are challenging that you thought were going to be easy or you just never even thought about, and all of a sudden, wow, I didn't see that punch coming, right? So can you list one or two things that maybe you find have been challenging or got you by surprise?
Yeah, so the biggest part that I think causes obstacles for the advisors, right, that doesn't necessarily affect the clients, but it's kind of what we're doing in the background for them, is communicating and kind of working with different financial institutions, right? So folks that have their 401k, for example, they've worked 30 years at a company, they use Vanguard or Fidelity or Charles Schwab, some big financial institution, right? So they all are pretty similar, but they all have different tweaks when you're doing rollovers or trying to contact them and trying to figure out, hey, this client works at this company, I'm trying to get the specifics of the plan.
Right. No, we do it this way. No, we do it that way.
Right. So it doesn't necessarily, the clients don't see it. It's more the kind of the grunt work that we do in the background as advisors. All they know, hey, we're rolling over your money from here to Stonehouse. We're going to manage it after that. But the legwork kind of behind that, there's always a lot going on. There's sometimes, I'm putting out fires that clients never see, which is fine. They don't need to know about it. Or be too concerned with it, but it's those different kind of areas with different huge multi-trillion-dollar banks that all have different rules and kind of ways they want you to go about the process. Figuring that stuff out it's a fun challenge, but that can be a little frustrating at times. They throw some curveballs at you for sure.
Well, it makes you feel better when somebody says, "Oh, I tried to do it myself and it was a nightmare."
Right,
like, yeah,
right. It's a big reason that we can work with clients and that we provide that value, right? So it can be a nightmare trying to get someone on the phone. You call in, you wait 30 minutes. Sometimes you forget what you were calling to ask for by the time you actually get someone on the phone. So we try and take care of that and make it easier. But
do you think that, you talk about the depth and the breadth that we work with clients, and certainly as well as I do, that it's as you said earlier, it's a long-term relationship. Do you think that clients expect that, or do you think that they're coming in and they expect that you're just going to plop them into some sort of a portfolio and then they probably won't hear from you? But it's really not the case, right? Do you think that most people understand all the things that they're about to encounter as we proceed the next 30 years through their retirement?
That's a great question. I think it's changing. I think that there's a lot of clients that I'd say are a little bit in the older bracket, maybe like middle to late 60s, that don't expect much, right? I think they're kind of used to a low touch level of service, that they've never talked to anyone at their 401k provider or anyone at their pension office or anything like that throughout working. So they just expect, hey, here's a financial advisor, I'll roll my money over. Hopefully they do a good job with it.
Right.
But I think it is changing. Some of the younger clients that I see that are getting ready to retire, they're a couple years away. And I tell them that. I set those expectations and say, hey, I'm here for you. Like, don't feel like you're inconveniencing me.
Right.
I work for you. I want to be here. If you have any questions about any of this process, text me, call me, email me, let me know. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But I do think that there's some clients that really don't expect too much, and I try and raise those expectations. I don't want someone that is going to come in and say, hey, I don't want to bother you. Like, I'll tell them up front, hey, that's what I'm here for. I'm working for you. I'm here to be bothered.
Yep.
So yeah,
I'm here to be bothered.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. So I'll let you go after one more question.
Okay.
So it's like, you love what you're doing. Clearly, your enthusiasm and all the wonderful things you talk about and how you love working with the clients. But where do you see yourself in, let's say, 20 plus years?
So 20 plus years, long time. Hopefully.
Don't blink. It'll go by.
Yeah, you think so? I hear that a lot.
Yeah, that's good from old guys like me.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully still doing the same thing, right? Still here at Stonehouse, working with clients that I like, that I've worked with for a long time. Yeah, still in the area. Yeah, 20 years from then.
Still dominating the country club.
Yeah.
You and your brother partnering.
Hopefully some more golf trophies from different tournaments, hopefully, are on the mantle.
I need to know this. This is my final question. Who's a better golfer, you or your dad or your brother?
We would all say that we were all the best. I actually think I am, though. And I think that's the right answer.
Do you have the data to back it up? It's a
No,
data-driven
my
industry.
father still has the data and the wins to back it up for sure. But, yeah, I'd still say put us all three out there together. I think I'm winning that.
All right, man.
That
Well,
match
from the
against
old
them.
guy in the room, it always goes to your dad unless he
Yeah.
passes that torch
Yeah,
to you.
I mean, would never admit my older brother. I'll at least give it to the old man and give it to him and say that
That's
he
awesome.
still has it. But yeah, me and my brother would never say that about each other. Never give each other that much credit.
That's a good, safe place to end this.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Ryan, for your time. I appreciate you. I love you being here, part of our team, and I hope we're here for 20 plus years doing it.
Cool. Me too. Thank you.